Hey guys, and we're back. On today's podcast episode, we will be discussing some essential tips about recovery measures to be taken after any natural disaster. And folks, we know with climate change and global warming, we here in Trinidad and Tobago have been experiencing more natural disasters than ever. So today, here I have in studio the RRR Association, React, Recover, and Rebuild to bring us some of these tips. Here I have Miss Lewis on some tips to be taken after flooding. Hey Miss Lewis, what's up?
Good morning TNT. I am Miss Lewis from RRR Association, and I will be talking about what to do after there's flooding. Firstly, folks, please do not walk through the flood waters unless it is necessary. I say this because broken bottles and shattered glass could be present, and these waters may also have all sorts of bacteria that can enter into our pores and cause skin problems.
Yes, it's true. And you know us Trinbagonians already. From the time we get a pimple on our skin, we're freaking out.
Exactly. Also, do you know that there are all sorts of animals in these waters, like snakes and caiman that we may not see? So again, if you don't have to walk through the water, please don't. Another tip, if anyone sees electrical wires near flood water, please do not go and try to pick it up or remove it yourself. You could be electrocuted. So don't try to play a hero and get yourself killed in the process, okay? Leave that to the professionals at TN Tech.
Y'all heard that now. Don't try and play hero and get yourself killed in the process. Leave it to the professionals. Alright, moving along, we have Miss Ramsaran on some water quality tips to be taken after any natural disaster. Miss Ramsaran, how are you, girl?
Hey girl, I'm good. And yes, today I'm going to talk about water quality tips to take after a disaster, like a hurricane or flood.
Well, talk to me.
So folks, after a hurricane or flood, please only consume bottled or treated water. And if you don't have bottled water or some water that has already been treated, then you can simply boil the water. And when the water is boiled, this kills harmful bacteria and parasites, making the water safe to drink again.
Yes, I personally always boil my water, whether it's after a disaster or not, because I really don't trust the quality of water that has been coming out of our pipes these days.
Yes, I totally agree. Also, if you have chlorine or iodine tablets, these can be bought at any pharmacy nationwide. Then you can add these tablets with 1 gallon of contaminated water, and this will also kill germs and parasites.
Thanks, Ms. Ramsaran. Now we have Ms. Ragunanan and Mr. Jangli on sanitation methods and food safety tips. Welcome to the both of you.
Thanks for having us. So I have here some sanitation tips. Firstly, remember the water that was boiled that Ms. Ramsaran just talked about. Well, that water should not only be used for drinking, but also to wash our hands with soap before preparing or eating food, after toilet use, and especially after handling articles contaminated with floodwater or sewage. Lastly, please do not allow children to play in floodwater areas. Wash children's hands frequently, always before meals, and do not allow children to play with floodwater contaminated toys that have not been disinfected. You can disinfect toys using a solution of 1 cup of bleach in 5 gallons of water.
Mr. Jangli, what about the food safety tips?
Okay, so when it comes to food safety, do not eat any food that may have come into contact with contaminated water. Discard any flood food that is not in a waterproof container. This is to reduce the risk of the chance of becoming sick. And if you have infants at home, only use pre-prepared canned baby formula that isn't condensed and doesn't require added water. Additionally, it is advised that you use canned food items as these are less likely to become contaminated by floodwaters. Instead of sanitization of contaminated water, another alternative is to have bottled water stocked up. Therefore, these measures will help in bringing about food safety after a flooding event.
So folks, you heard that. Wash our hands before preparing meals and don't consume any food that may have become infected by floodwater.
Yes.
Right. So, lastly, folks, we have Miss Vialva here to give us some safety precaution tips when returning home after a disaster. So, many of us would be anxious to return to our homes, especially after staying in a shelter all night. However, we just can't pick up and return, right? There are many precautions that we should take before, right, Miss Vialva?
Yes, they are. When returning home after an event such as floods or hurricanes or others, we must find out if the authorities have declared the area safe. Watch for debris on the road while driving, return to your predetermined assembly point and or contact your pre-established out-of-area contact person. Make sure all family members have been accounted for and let others know of your status. Make sure the main electrical switch to your home is off before entering the structure. Be careful when entering a structure that has been damaged. If you suspect a gas leak, leave immediately and notify the gas company. If possible, listen to the radio or contact authorities to find out if sewage lines are intact before turning on water or using the toilet. Report utility damage to the proper authorities and continue to monitor your radio and television for up-to-date emergency information.
All right. And so, Ms. Vialva, are there any contact information where we can reach the RRR Association or any other organization for natural disasters?
Yes, there are. You can check us out at our Facebook page at Natural Hazards and Our Caribbean Environment, which is directly linked to our website at agexmediacampaign.wixsite.com/RRR initiatives. Some other lines you can contact are the ODPM at 640-1285, the police 999, fire and ambulance at 990, Coast Guard at 634-4440, and the disaster management unit in your area.
All right. Okay, so I just want to say thanks to the RRR Association for coming out and giving us some tips. And I just hope that we as Trinbagonians take these tips seriously. Please, folks, take these tips seriously. Until next time, next episode,